Today, I'll be showing you how simple it is to grow a snake plant using just household ingredients. No need for expensive fertilizer. And by the end of this video, you're going to be amazed at what you can achieve with your own plants. Now, what I have here is a small snake plant cutting, and honestly, it's in pretty good shape for propagation. Look at these leaves, firm with that bright, distinct green and yellow variegation. This actually saves us a lot of trouble. We don't need to do a full root trim. All we need to do is cut away any small, lingering, decayed parts if you spot them. But if yours doesn't show any of that, you can skip this step completely and move straight to the next one. Next, give it a quick wash, just to clean away any lingering debris. Run it gently under some water, get into all the little crevices around the base, and make sure there's nothing left clinging to those roots. Nice and simple. To prepare our first solution, start by filling a container with clean water. Then, add in a teaspoon of baking soda. Baking soda has natural antifungal properties, so it's going to help protect the cutting from any fungal issues while it's putting out new roots. With the solution ready, we're going to rinse the entire plant in it. This ensures every part of the plant gets treated, not just the roots. So we're covering all our bases against fungal issues before we move on to propagation. While we wait, let's prepare our main solution. And for this, we're going to be using a cucumber. So go ahead and cut it into small pieces. Cucumber is mostly water, but it also carries natural sugars and trace minerals that give the cutting a gentle boost while it's settling in. It's also become a popular trick for keeping pests like mites away from houseplants, since they don't like the moisture it creates. Then pack all of the pieces into a jar, nice and snug, right to the top. The more surface area we've got in contact with the water, the more it's going to release into the solution, which is what we're going to be filling next: clean water. So grab a bottle of water and fill it right to the brim. And the last ingredient we're adding in is a few teaspoons of uncooked rice. Rice water is something a lot of plant owners swear by. It releases starches and trace nutrients like vitamin B as it sits, giving the roots a light, gentle boost without overwhelming a cutting that's still fragile. Finally, cover it with the lid and let it sit for an hour. After an hour, the snake plant should be finished rinsing. Go ahead and take it out of the baking soda solution and let it sit and dry for a bit. This is also the perfect time to strain out the cucumber and rice solution. Just pour it through a fine strainer, get rid of the cucumber pieces and any rice residue, and keep the liquid. That's the part we actually want. What you're left with should be a light, slightly cloudy water, packed with everything that's been sitting and infusing this whole time. With the solution at hand, the first thing we want to do is wipe the leaves thoroughly using a tissue that's been soaked in it. This helps clean off any dust sitting on the surface, lets the leaf take in a little bit of that moisture and nutrient boost directly, and just gives the whole plant a fresher, healthier look. Finally, we'll rinse the entire plant in the solution, letting it sit for around 20 minutes. This gives the roots and the base a chance to soak up as much of that moisture and nutrient boost as possible before we move into planting. After 20 minutes, take the plant out and wipe it thoroughly, making sure there's no excess liquid pooling anywhere, especially around the base. We want it clean and just lightly damp, not dripping. With everything ready, we're going to begin repotting it using a potting mix made from sand, regular dirt, and a few leftover nutrient scraps, all mixed together. Snake plants aren't fussy like orchids. They don't need that airy bark mix. They actually prefer something a bit denser that still drains well. This blend gives the roots something solid to grab onto, while still letting excess water pass through, so we're not risking any rot while it's trying to establish itself. Now position the plant into the pot, right where you want it to sit, upright and centered. Then slowly start filling in the rest of the mix around it, packing it in gently as you go, just enough to hold the cutting steady without crushing anything underneath. You want it firm enough to stand on its own, but not so tight that it can't breathe. Now, let's give it a basic watering, just enough to settle the mix around the roots. And from here, we're gonna let it sit out in an open environment. No covers, no plastic bags, nothing sealed. Snake plants actually prefer it this way. They're used to drier, airier conditions, so we want to avoid trapping any extra moisture around that cutting while it's trying to establish itself. After 5 weeks in the pot, this snake plant is showing excellent progress. And the biggest sign of that is the posture of the leaves. They're completely upright, rigid, and full. That tells us the new roots are already established enough to keep up with moisture and nutrient absorption, which is exactly what you want to see. The variegation is still bright and striking too. Deep green centers, sharp yellow margins, no fading, no yellowing, no crisping from sunburn. No soft spots, no blemishes, no drooping, none of those red flags you'd expect to see if this cutting was struggling with shock or rot. What started as a fragile little cutting has fully transitioned into a stable, thriving plant. From here on out, we're going to keep using that same cucumber and rice solution as part of a regular care routine. Everything from misting the leaves to watering the base. It's the exact same gentle boost that helped this cutting settle in and establish roots in the first place, so there's no real reason to stop just because it's rooted now. I'd say once or twice a week is plenty. You don't want to overdo it. This plant doesn't need to be drowning in nutrients, it just needs a little consistency. Mist the leaves in the morning so they have time to dry out before nightfall, and water the base whenever the mix starts feeling dry a couple inches down. Over time, that consistency is really what separates a plant that's just surviving from one that's actually thriving.
After one whole month, this snake plant has had a massive growth spurt. It's gone from a single fragile cutting to a dense, bushy, and genuinely vibrant plant. The pot is completely filled out now. Multiple new leaves have shot up, and they actually look mature, not like fresh growth still finding its footing. Look at the structure, too. The leaves are twisting and reaching upward in that natural pattern you want to see, and they're still firm, still turgid, no sagging anywhere. The coloring says it all. Deep green banding, sharp against those bright, clean yellow borders. No fading, no deficiency, nothing telling us it's missing light or nutrients. Even the soil surface looks clean, and the base of the stems is strong. No soft spots, no rot.
And there you have it. A single snake plant cutting, brought back to a full, thriving plant, using nothing but cucumber, rice, and a bit of patience. If you found this useful, a like and a subscribe helps a ton, and keeps me making more of these. And I'll see you in the next one.